Yes, folks. In high school, I would have beat his ass. Where'd my glasses go? I had glasses when I started this show. Oh, they're on. Oh, yeah, there's my glasses. All right, so that's okay. Let's keep them there. So, where is our? Give me the picture. Smoking Joe. Where's Smoking Joe? You got Smoking Joe? There's Smoking Joe Biden. Weighs in at a nice 210. Smoking Joe just came from the Hair Club for Men. You know, Smoking Joe's ready. And he is about to take on Donald Trump. And Smoking Joe are about to go in the ring. That's exactly right, folks. I'm not making it. You can't make this up. It can't happen. Smoking Joe and Donald Trump. That's my lead-in. What would you rather have? Stormy Daniels? Smoking Joe. Leave that up there just a minute. You have the Biden tweet. I called it Trump Biden tweet. You have that? Yeah, put that up. Yeah, smoke. All right. Crazy Joe Biden. Crazy Joe. Crazy Joe in this corner. I don't know how to start the show any other way, folks. Crazy Joe Biden is trying to act like a tough guy. He's a tough guy. This is a tweet from Donald Trump this morning at 6:19. Crazy Joe Biden is trying to act like a tough guy. Actually, he is weak, both mentally and physically. I'm sorry, I gotta read this. And yet he threatens me for the second time with physical assault. Just physical assault. He doesn't know me, but he would go down fast and hard. Okay? Crying all the way. Not just fast, he would be crying all the way when I punch him in his head. Don't threaten people, Joe. Joe doesn't know me. Put him back up in the ring. This is Crazy Joe. This is the tweet. Crazy Joe Biden. I'm sorry, this is the news. 619 is trying to act like a tough guy. Actually, he is weak, both mentally and physically. Okay? President Donald Trump fired back at Crazy Joe Biden. He would go down fast and hard, crying all the way. All right? He's trying to act like a tough guy, oh Crazy Joe. Well, here's what Crazy Joe said. Biden reportedly said at an anti-sexual assault rally in Florida. Now, it's a sexual assault rally. The word assault is in here in Florida. That he would have beaten the hell out of Trump in high school. If we were in high school, I'd have beaten the hell out of Trump in high school over comments the president has made about women. A guy who ended up becoming our national leader said, I can grab a woman anywhere she likes it, Biden said, according to ABC News. They asked me if I'd like to debate this gentleman. They asked me if I'd like to debate this gentleman. And I said no. I said if we were in high school, I'd take him behind the gym and beat the hell out of him. Amanda, can you believe this is what I'm opening up with? Let me stay with this, okay? Biden also said he's a pretty damn good athlete and has been in a lot of locker rooms in his life. Any guy that talked that way was usually the fattest, ugliest SOB in the room, Biden said. What? It's just locker room talk. He's been in a lot of locker rooms, okay? He's a pretty damn good athlete. All right, fattest, ugliest S. And there you go. This morning at 6:30, the president squared off with smoking Crazy Joe Biden in the ring. He would go down fast and hard, crying all the way. Take that off there. Good morning. I'm your host, BKP. Good morning from the office. Carla will not be here this morning. Something has come up in her schedule. She's not able to be here. If you're usually tuning in for Carla's Corner, first of all, if you would like to comment concerning Smokin' Joe there, Crazy Joe in the ring with the president, or you would like to send us a comment at any time on the show, it's 706-889-9700, 706-889-9700, or chief@fetchernews.com is our email address. Also, you can follow us on Twitter @FetcherNews, @FYNTV. You can do that. And let's see, find us on Facebook. If you think Mark Zuckerberg sold all of our data? I mean, we're on Facebook. Our data is out there. He sold it all to Cambridge Analytics. He made a big deal and sold our data. Watch and see, huh? So you can follow us on Facebook, FYNTV, or Fetcher News on Facebook, and also on YouTube, FYNTV, Fetcher News YouTube channel. If you'll subscribe anytime until YouTube takes us down, till the censoring begins, you can find us. It'll send you a live notification that we're doing a live broadcast if you'll go subscribe to our YouTube channel. I'm your host, BKP. Good morning. What is today? Today's Thursday. So that means tomorrow we will be in Blue Ridge. Let's go ahead and get it's cold this morning, 27 degrees. The froster running wide open. Headed down the highway this morning, 27 degrees. We hope it warms up. Got a fan and base high school baseball game tonight. I don't want to sit out there in the cold. But tomorrow, that means we're in Blue Ridge, Circuit World in Blue Ridge. And we have our segment, Ask the Doc, every Friday morning at 8:15 with Dr. William Whaley. If you ever have a question for Ask the Doc, Dr. Whaley, you send that to info, I-N-F-O, @FetcherNews.com, and put up there in the subject, Ask the Doc, okay? And we get the questions to Dr. Whaley, see if he can get you an answer. And as the doctor says, he doesn't care what questions you ask, and if they're questions that we can't really answer on the show, he will send you an answer. He has told us that he will do that, hasn't he, Amanda? So send the question, no matter what it may be, to Dr. Whaley, info @FetcherNews.com. Also at 8:45 every morning, Friday morning, we have the All-Star Panel with Rick, Bruce, and Jane. And then at 9:45, we round out our week with our favorite segment, my favorite segment of the week, our Pet of the Week from the Humane Society in Blue Ridge. Now, moving right along, we have a $1.3 trillion omnibus budget. I'm serious. Over 2,000 pages. 2,300 or whatever. Who is reading this? Who's reading this? How come we have to, and I know what you're going to say, some of you out there saying, yeah, well, you don't understand the intricacies, the difficulty in doing that. Why can't we do like 100-page bills that we could read? The American taxpayer, it's their money, could actually sit down and read where their money is going to go. And why does it have to be one big omnibus? Why do you have to go in every department and keep stacking and stacking and stacking all of these departments on top of each other to where we can't truly see in $1.3 trillion in 24 hours where our money is going? I've often said here, if you get confused on really my beliefs, it's just real simple. It's your money, and when any politician forgets they're spending your money, and they feel like they're doing you some kind of favor with your money, they have to go. It's that simple, and that's my belief. And I'm telling you, an omnibus bill that Pelosi is happy with, okay, Chuck Schumer is happy with, Mitch McConnell and Paul Ryan are happy with, something bad wrong. Billions and billions of dollars in domestic spending. Nothing really cut. Schumer and Pelosi are so happy. Then what happens with, and we'll get into further detail later in the show, Susan Collins and Lamar Alexander. Susan Collins up there in Maine, and supposedly a Republican, and Lamar Alexander, supposedly a Republican in Tennessee, with the insurance fix, okay? They want money to fix Obamacare is what they want to give to the insurance companies. Money for sanctuary cities. I mean, you know, with nobody could call me and say I'm wrong. When I say nobody can, because you're not going to guarantee me this morning that you have somebody that has gone through 2,300 pages, if that's the number, since this omnibus $1.3 trillion budget has been released, and you can actually tell me I'm wrong anywhere today. You can't, because there's so much information out there saying that it's going to fund sanctuary cities. Well, you might have Republicans argue, no, it's not. It's just going to continue with the programs that cities are receiving now, the funds, but we'll stop the sanctuary cities later. So, you know, it's like one half of a dozen, whatever, you know, of another. So either it funds sanctuary cities or it doesn't. But there's a lot of discussion out there that it continues to fund sanctuary cities. Planned Parenthood. Remember the day when a politician told you the first opportunity they had, a Republican in your district, they would defund Planned Parenthood? Okay. If any politician calls me and says, okay, that they're cutting back funding to Planned Parenthood, watch for the outcry. Because you and I both know that Richards, is it Celia Richards, the head of Planned Parenthood? We both know that they would be screaming so loud through this internet that you would not miss it if Planned Parenthood was being cut in any way whatsoever, right? Sanctuary cities, Planned Parenthood, Obama fixes maybe. Where's the border wall money? 1.6 billion or 1.4 billion, and it's really not a start on the border wall? Where's the money? No DACA fix. We heard about DACA every day. An omnibus $1.3 trillion bill sitting there to be voted on. Where's fiscal responsibility, Paul Ryan? Now, I do not want to hear that I have any problem with the military as far as respect for the men and women that serve. But we're going up billions of dollars in military spending, where the first audit of the Pentagon is coming in to say that they've lost money, they can't find money. There's money they can't find at the Pentagon. Fiscal responsibility with your money. President Trump, I would highly say the Freedom Caucus says no. Mark Meadows from North Carolina says no. It's that, you know, I'm not okay with it. So anyhow, $1.3 trillion omnibus spending bill. Why can we not have every department send their funding bill out so we can read it, understand it, vote on it, and move forward? Maybe we don't want to fund certain things in this area. Maybe we don't want to fund certain things in other areas of the budget. Why do they? You cannot, if you call your congressman today, no matter who they are, okay, they cannot tell you the truth that they read the bill they're going to vote on. We chanted, you and I chanted, thousands, millions of us, read the bill. Remember Obamacare? When conservatives came out, Republicans came out and said, this is Obamacare. You remember that? There's no way they read Obamacare, read the bill. Folks, $1.3 trillion. Your congressman cannot tell you they read the bill before they vote on it. Cannot. Let me tell you what they do, okay? You got Congressman A and you got Congressman B and you got Congresswoman out there that doesn't want to be called congressman. Is that Maxine Waters? Anyhow, so you got Congressman A, Congressman B, Congressman C. Now, they're going to yell at me and say this is not how it works, but this is how it works, the framework of what goes on. Now, I may not be 100%, but I'm close. So Congressman A is in this committee, all right? Congressman B is in this committee, and Congressman C is in this committee. Let me explain, all right? So they write up their spending bill on their side for their area, and then they have somebody do a summary, like Cliff Notes for dumbass congressmen. I didn't say that, Amanda. I didn't say that, okay? Cliff Notes, right? But they have Cliff Notes for, I mean, they have, shouldn't they have $1.3 trillion omnibus spending bill for dummies? Shouldn't they write that for us? Anyhow, so they come out with their segment, and then they do a summary, okay, where they just put it out. B comes out with his summary, and A comes out with his summary, his or hers, okay? And they trade the summaries back and forth, and they say, you're okay. All right, this fixes it. All right, okay. So everybody gets a summary report. And they will drill down. Now, somebody will call me a liar, okay? That's the big word. Not embellish, not mishandle. They'll say, he's lying to you. No. What they do is they come out and they bring out a summary report. And this congressman trusts this congressman. They're friends. And this one trusts this one. And this congressman comes out of this committee and says, we're okay. All right, you said we're okay. All right, well, I'll trade you. We're okay over here. Okay. So you got Congress, now they start stacking these bills together, and they got the omnibus bill, $1.3 trillion in spending, that there's not a congressman today in your district, no matter who they are, that can look at you and say they read over 2,000 pages, understand it, and know what they're voting on today. They vote on a summary. Now, do you just think about it? I just want to grab your attention for a minute. I got to go to break, okay? We're going to get into this deeper. But you think about this, okay? Voting on a summary of $1.3 trillion. A summary of 1.3. You think about it. Now, I believe in fiscal responsibility. From the lower level, it doesn't matter. Commissioners, city council, they'll tell you, start talking about spending money or start talking about the way you change spending money. I'm going to ask some questions. They know that. I just don't understand. I do not understand. I think I don't understand. Anyhow, Hercules and Leo are here. They made it. Put that up. All right, Project Chimp. For those of you out there, you can Google Hercules and Leo. There's Hercules and Leo. They have made it to Blue Ridge, folks. Now, these guys have their attorneys. They've had attorneys. They sued. Amanda, these guys have sued for their non-human rights. Yeah. It's a long story. You can read about it. Go on, just type in non-human rights, Hercules and Leo, and they finally got their retirement. They're going to retire at Project Chimp up there in Blue Ridge. So Hercules and Leo have made it up to Project Chimp. I just wanted to bring that up. We're bailing out. Put that down because I don't want anybody to think I said Puerto Rico and I got chimps on the screen. We're bailing out Puerto Rico, as I told you. Who is next? What are the bailouts like? If you think a $1.3 trillion, you better read it because I wonder what's being bailed out in the $1.3 trillion that you don't see. Because obviously we have pension funds, we have New Jersey, we have Connecticut, we have the tri-state area, New Jersey, Connecticut, we have Illinois, we have California, the list goes on. Okay? Going to be bailed out. Hey, how about the guy? Let's talk about that in a minute. How about the guy? Think about this. Remember Rob Blagojevich? Do you have a picture of Rob? Did I give you a picture of Rob? Put a picture of Rob. Okay, as soon as this is Illinois, because they have a governor's race out there. There it is. Now this is Rob Blagojevich. I think he's still in prison, right? He wanted to sell the Senate seat. Obama goes to it's like a children's book, okay? Because it's a child we sent there, and next thing you know, he's president of the United States. Oh my God, what a scary thought I'm about to paint. But Obama goes to run for president of the United States, right? So he gets a Senate seat to appoint Blagojevich, and he wanted to cash in on it, so he ends up in prison. The guy to his left, we're going to talk about that. Now, I will say this. You only have to look at the governor's race in Illinois to realize, I guess, these candidates are not so bad in Georgia when you think about it. 821, I want to get a couple of those things together. Puerto Rico is bailed out. What is in the $1.3 trillion? What do you think about the $1.3 trillion spending bill? Hey, hit me up here, 706-889-9700. Send me an email, chief@fetchernews.com. Are you finding things as you're going through the internet that the $1.3 trillion, did I say 7? $1.3 trillion spending bill? Amanda, Stormy will be on 60 Minutes Sunday night.
Here we go.
Must watch TV. Are you going to watch it?
Probably not.
You're not going to watch the Stormy interview?
Oh, gosh.
It's with Anderson Cooper.
Oh, gosh. I won't even be able to stomach it.
Okay. Well, I hear Amanda's reaction. What's yours? I'm your host, BKP. Good morning from the office. North Georgia's only live online morning show. Let's go to break. Let's come back. Let's talk. You name it. We're going to go over it. Take us a break, Amanda.
Hello, my name is Chad Watkins. I'm the manager at Larry's Body Shop. We are a family-owned and operated business and have been serving the North Georgia area since 1978. We are located at 1216 Progress Road in Ellijay, Georgia. Our shop specializes in collision repair, and we work with all major insurance companies. Larry's Body Shop is ICAR Gold, the highest role of training recognized by the collision repair industry. It is estimated that only 10% of collision shops meet these standards. Our shop consists of state-of-the-art equipment such as laser measurement system, down-drive spray booth, spot and MIG welding equipment. All of our paints are mixed on site so that we can guarantee your paint to match every time. I know that having an accident can be a stressful event. We take pride in making sure our customers are satisfied with the repair of their vehicles. Our waiting area is clean and comfortable with free Wi-Fi and refreshing beverages. So if you're in an accident, stop by and see us at Larry's Body Shop.
Circuit World, brand name merchandise at unbelievably low prices. Furniture, appliances, and electronics. Circuit World is locally owned and operated, serving the tri-state area. Circuit World has highly trained professionals to help. Visit your hometown Circuit World today. 3 locations in Georgia, Ellijay, Blue Ridge, and Blairsville, Franklin, and Murphy, North Carolina. No credit checks, so let Circuit World deliver to you today.
North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds. Come on in to view the area's largest selection of fine jewelry at North Georgia Diamond. All repairs and designs are done on site by our jewelers. And North Georgia Diamond has the lowest prices on loose diamonds. You can also sell your gold, silver, and coins at North Georgia Diamond between Walmart and Lowe's in East Ellijay. Locally owned by Bill and Allison Craig, North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds in North Georgia.
In 1981, Reed Nicholson began selling tires out of an old barn in Mineral Bluff. Little did he know that he had just laid the groundwork for the most trusted names in automotive services in the Blue Ridge area. In 1997, Nicholson Tire Center became what it is today, holding the same values of faith, family, and great customer service. 2 locations to serve you, and the Blue Ridge location is currently expanding to offer fast service and the largest U-Haul provider in Georgia. Nicholson Tire Center, Blue Ridge, and Mineral Bluff.
Medium Pizza Hut pizzas, just $5.99 each.
Did they say Pizza Hut?
For $5.99?
Yes, and yes.
Yes. Introducing the deal you want on the pizza you crave. 2 medium pizzas, just $5.99 each. No one out pizzas the hot.
Are we back? Did I send you a? Let's see what I have here. I was multitasking, so I wasn't ready to come back live. But you do tell me I'm coming back. I'm your host, BKP. Good morning from the office, North Georgia's only live online morning show. Now, there's a lot of talk. Who leaked the memo or the notes for the President of the United States when he made the phone call to Vladimir Putin? Who leaked that out? Now, I am, I think, there's a lot of diversion. I wish more time was spent this morning, okay, on the timing of when this $1.3 trillion spending bill is coming up for a vote. The phone call to Vladimir Putin, the president of Russia or dictator or whatever he is, the media going crazy over it, okay? It is Putin Day 2 on the other networks. And they're so upset because Trump has said so many things bad about, Don Lemon and I forget the other CNN guy and Chuck Todd, but he will not say anything bad about Vladimir Putin. He has come out against or said negative things about British Prime Minister Theresa May, Angela Merkel, but nothing about Putin. So there's the MSNBC theory that if he does and Russia calls his loans, the Trump organization's loans are called, Trump could be bankrupt, really bankrupt overnight. So that is what is Putin Day 2. But who leaked the memo that said, okay, in bold type, do not congratulate Putin? Who did that? Well, we're finding out the leaks in the White House are, it's prepared, the notes, the talking points are prepared by the National Security Advisors, okay? And it said, don't congratulate in big, bold letters. But how did that get out to the media? The deep state? Who is the National Security Advisor? McMaster. Put a picture of McMaster, okay? McMaster is a National Security Advisor, all right? Now, H.R. McMaster is the National Security Advisor, and they put together the talking points or the points that need to be addressed steer away from or move the president towards saying when they get on the phone with a foreign leader. Okay, this is happening right now in this country. This is happening. This just came out. May want to stay away from this. You don't want to get on the phone and say, "Hey, how are you doing?" and you don't realize something has taken place. So the national security advisors prepare this, but it was leaked out to the media. I wonder if H.R. McMaster had anything to do with leaking this out. The talk just the other day when Tillerson left, this is supposed to be next in line gone, H.R. McMaster. So it's to be next in line gone, according to some reports. So I would like to know, now you have Ben Sasse, from Nebraska. You have Chuck Grassley, 80-year-old senator. I think he's from Iowa. I wouldn't talk to a criminal. They're all bent out of shape. Putin is a criminal. He's a no-good criminal. It's like when you take a boot and squash ants and then congratulate the boot for squashing the ants. All of that is out there. They're up in arms over that. Now, the president got busy yesterday tweeting, and let's go through the president's tweets rapidly here, and let's do that now, because I want to get to Illinois in just a minute before our next, maybe right after our next break. But tweet number one. Let's go to tweet number one that the president has put out, and this is his way. Give me just a second. My computer here is having that morning. It takes a minute to get woke up. It's cold. All right. My computer is cold like outside. My pictures are coming up. I just can't read those tweets across the room, and I don't want you to have to read them there, man. There we go. Is that number one you have up? Special counsel is told to find crimes. This is the President of the United States. Special counsel is told to find crimes, whether a crime exists or not. Well, we know that. I was opposed to the selection of Mueller to be special counsel. I am still opposed to it. I think President Trump was right when he said there never should have been a special counsel appointed because, let's go to, because this is Dershowitz, okay? There was no probable cause for believing that there was any crime, collusion or otherwise, or obstruction of justice. So stated by Harvard Law professor Alan Dershowitz. All right, so that was yesterday at 7 a.m. yesterday morning. That was tweeted out about the special counsel. Let's go to number three. You ready? I called President Putin of Russia to congratulate him on his election victory. He says, I called him to congratulate. In the past, Obama called him also. The fake news media is crazed because they wanted me to exonerate him. Excoriate. I'm sorry, not exonerate. That would be wrong. They wanted me to excoriate him. They are wrong. Getting along with Russia and others is a good thing, not a bad thing. Next one. They can help us solve problems with North Korea, Syria, Ukraine, ISIS, Iran, and even the coming arms race. Bush tried to get along, but he didn't have the smarts. I told you that. I told you that yesterday. Bush tried it. Obama and Clinton tried it. They all tried it, okay? But didn't have the energy or chemistry. Remember the reset from Hillary Clinton? Peace through strength. So Trump obviously feels he can bolster the military. he could show that we're going to make a massive investment, billions of dollars, and increase the military spending. He is trying to pull a playbook out of Ronald Reagan's time when peace through strength meant outspending the Russians. There's a difference here, Mr. President. I do want to bring this up. Peace through strength. Now, the national debt was nowhere near, was nowhere near where we're at today when Ronald Reagan said peace through strength. Let's stay there just a minute because you know I'm a supporter, Mr. President, but if you want to outspend the Russians now, we are going to have to outborrow them in the world to do it. Now, Ronald Reagan, I want to stay for this just a minute, with the Russians. Ronald Reagan went to Reykjavik and stood up with Gorbachev and said, I will see you later. Ronald Reagan stood there and said, Mr. Gorbachev, tear down this wall. All right? Ronald Reagan knew that the Star Wars program, he had Gorbachev believing no matter what they sent up in the air, that we could blow it out and know it was gone. He bluffed Gorbachev. He knew what he was doing, and we were building stealth technology at that time. I mean, we were building planes that we were bragging that would not be picked up, or sensors could not be tracked by any radar. And we built up a military, and you want to talk about military parades. We may not have had a military parade down Pennsylvania Avenue for Ronald Reagan, but we had a military buildup, and we had a marketing plan around the world letting them know. You guys see, you keep thinking a military buildup is right here on the continental United States. We built up the military all around the world, our U.S. military, bolstered it up, and the Russians could not keep up with it. They could not financially keep up with it. The USSR could not keep up with it. They collapsed. The only thing I want to say, Mr. President Donald Trump, when you say peace through strength, you do not have the same things available to you that Ronald Reagan did. I just want to remind you of that, okay? Our Senator David Perdue here in Georgia, many others. The biggest threat to our national security is what? Our debt. If we were to get into some really big, offense, if we were really to have, Iraq, what did we fight? All right? Syria, what did we fight? Afghanistan, what did we fight? But if we were to get in a serious war that involved a Russia, a China, somebody really serious, and we had to start mass producing tanks, and we had to start mass producing planes and any kind of weapons, we got to borrow the money, we got to borrow the steel, we got to buy the steel, we got to buy raw materials around the world. It's peace through strength. I'm with you, Mr. President, but that just want to let you know, the arms race, okay? I don't know who would go broke this time. But anyhow, everybody, he tweeted out. Let's go to tweet number 5, the President of the United States. Got $1.6 billion to start wall on southern border. Rest will be forthcoming. Mr. President, I would have left that tweet. I wouldn't have hit that tweet button, okay? I think you could have got all $26 billion, $25 billion. Got $1.6 billion to start the wall on the southern border. Rest will be forthcoming. Most importantly, got $700 billion to rebuild our military. $716 billion next year, most ever. I'm just telling you, I don't want to attack, but military spending And the increase on military spending does not get me quite as excited as it does everybody else. All right? Had to waste money on Dem giveaways in order to take care of the military pay increase and new equipment. Right there. Had to waste money on Dem giveaways in order. So I'm not okay with it, Mr. President. Just got to be straight. I don't believe in wasting money and calling it a Dem giveaway whatsoever. I don't believe in wasting a dime. I believe you hold out and shut the place down. Okay? It's tweet number 6. Democrats refused to take care of DACA. Would have been so easy, but they just didn't care. I had to fight for military and start the wall. I had to fight for military and start the wall. He's trying to tell you in this $1.3 trillion budget. And the Democrats don't want to fix DACA. We know that. We know they don't want to fix DACA. They do not. All right? Moving right along, let's go to tweet number 7. Remember when they were saying during the campaign that Donald Trump is giving great speeches and drawing big crowds, but he is spending much less money and not using social media as well as Crooked Hillary's large and highly sophisticated staff? Well, they're not saying that anymore, right? So I don't know if that's Cambridge Analytics, all right? So... and we're going to take a break, but before we do, let's put our picture up of our theme this morning. Smoking Joe and Donald Trump. The gloves, they got the gloves. They're in the ring. They're ready to go. I wanted to go through the Trump tweets. We will go through and check out what new the President of the United States has tweeted since we started the show. And then I want to talk just a little bit about Illinois, okay? It's so interesting. I mean, because I will tell you out there, no matter what state you're in, will exempt New Jersey and California. But no matter what state you're in, it's like, no matter what problem you have today, all you have to do is take a quick look into Illinois, and then you think to yourself, I just don't have it that bad. All right? So, take us to break. We'll come back, and I do want to do a brief segment on the state of Illinois, and don't forget Puerto Rico. What's going on in Puerto Rico? We'll tell you right after this.
The Tupelo Tea mission is to provide over 80 premium tea blends for tea lovers who are looking for ways to explore new flavors and blends. Come visit Tupelo Tea, located in beautiful downtown Blue Ridge at Sycamore Crossing. Be sure to sample our various varieties of honey and tea. Visit us on the web at tupelotea.com or call us at 706-946-TEAS. That's TEAS. Tupelo Tea, located in beautiful downtown Blue Ridge.
Ace is your helpful place for paint and home goods, tools, outdoor living, and lawn equipment. But did you know Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge is a little bit more? We have hunting rifles and accessories for your next hunting trip. We have Amish furniture imported directly from Ohio. And we have Ace Custom Woodworks for all your custom wood project needs, from cabinets to artwork. Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge. We have your new house in stock.
Hi, I'm Rhonda the Match Mattress Lady, and this is my husband, Gary, owners of Mattress Overstocked in Ella next to Walmart. And we want to earn your business. From the time you walk in our door to the time we deliver your new mattress to your door, you will see the difference. Our selection and prices are the best in North Georgia, and customer service is our top priority. So y'all come on in and let us help you find the right mattress at the right price. That's Mattress Overstocked in Ella next to Walmart.
It's just this simple. Nobody beats Days on price. If it's a Chevy, you'll pay less at Days Chevrolet in Jasper. Now save $4,000 off a new 2018 Chevy Malibu, or save up to $10,000 off a new 2018 Silverado Crew Cab. It doesn't matter which Chevy you choose. Nobody beats Days on price. $10,000 off Silverados and $4,000 off Malibus at Days Chevy in Jasper.
Better days ahead, Days Chevrolet.
Find new roads.
What you gonna do with all that junk?
And we're back. I'm your host, BKP. Good morning from the office, North Georgia's only live online morning show. Trying to text and keep some things going. We got a lot of activity happening around North Georgia, political season, so on and so forth. You know, I want to invite you to do something, okay, before we go any further. Let's see here. Put up how they can get in touch with us. 706-889-9700. You're always able to find us there. 706-889-9700. Email me, chief@fetchernews.com, or find us on Facebook, Fetcher News. Find us on Twitter @FetcherNews, @FYNTV. And that's pretty much it. What I want you to do in the state of Georgia, and I'll tell you why I want you to do this, okay? I want you to go to, and I'm gonna show you, I'm gonna walk you through it. Georgia campaign finance. If you will go to Google, all right, and you'll type in Georgia campaign finance. Now, this does not give you the federal. This does not give you your House of Representatives, Senator. It does not give you the federal offices. This is state. Governor, Lieutenant Governor, Attorney General of the state, your counties. You can find your counties here. All the financial reporting for the offices, okay? So Georgia campaign finances, all you got to do is put in the search. Now the top one comes up, campaign report search, Georgia government. You click on that. Boom, you were there. That's how easy it is. Georgia Government Transparency and Financial Campaign Finance Commission. Now, you type in a candidate's last name and first name. That's it. Last name and first name. So let's go with the last name. And let's just do it. Let's have fun here. Let's say the last name. Let's go with Tippins. Tippins. That's the last name. Okay. And let's go with Clay. Know your candidate. Clay, he's running for governor. So I'm going to search for that candidate. It says I have one. I'm going to view Clay Tippins. I'm going to show you how easy this is. Okay. All right, view it. Okay, I'm going to click the view. Okay, I'm going to click the view. Campaign contributions report. I'm going to click there. I'm going to view the report. Click there. And I can look at a summary. I can look at the contributions. the expenditures. So let's go to contributions. And here is the first report, okay? And there's $1,000, $2,500, $6,600, okay, $6,600. And there's $5,500, $2,500 from a consultant, all right, $5,000. Wow, that's a big one there. There's a $3,900, $6,600, all right. Chief Executive Officer of Skybound Entertainment, Mr. Dave Alpert of Los Angeles, California, sent him $6,600 as the chief officer of Skybound Entertainment. Now, I'm not taking a knock at this candidate. This happens all the time, all right? But what I'm asking you to do is to start going and looking at where these candidates get their money. Okay? Don't go to one of their stump speeches and let them yell, "It's time to have a true conservative." So let me do it one more time. It's all candidates, all right? So if you go and you'll type in Georgia campaign finance, that's simple, okay? Boom! There you go. Then the first one comes up, campaign report search Georgia. Click on there, boom. And then you put the last name and the first name in and search. And you can go through all their reports and see where they get their money. Now, it's public, and I'm not trying to draw attention to any certain candidate, okay? Hey, it's campaign finance. But I am recommending, okay, that you go look at all your candidates' campaign finance before voting. That's something I believe in. We'll look a little closer as the elections go on. Now, the reason I find that interesting, okay, so we got this guy. Now, you might have to help me with some names. So, Rob Blagojevich, I got that one. That one I know. I know Robbie, okay? All right. I know Rob. Who doesn't know Rob Blagojevich, all right? Let me get to the one article I want to get to here, okay? Illinois, that's Chicago. Okay, hold on. I'm trying to get to it. Trying to get to another one here. Hold on. It's official. Trying to see here. Okay. Now, this guy, J.B. Pritzker. Is that a J.B.? Put J.B.'s picture up. First of all, put him and Rob Blagojevich. Okay, let's do that one first. Rob and J.B., I think, is the picture, right? Now, this guy, J.B., I mean, you gotta go with a guy named J.B., right? Yes, J.B. Yes, J.B. The only thing, J.B. needs a cigar, right? So, J.B. Pritzker, okay? This is the Democrat candidate for governor. He is running for governor. He won the primary, all right? He's running for governor. He's a billionaire. But don't you think it's interesting? Because when Blagojevich, which is, he is in 2008 had the FBI wiretaps, this guy here, he's a billionaire, so Blagojevich is trying to get the Senate seat to the highest bidder. Jesse Jackson's son, you name it. I mean, whoever's the highest bidder, can have the seat. So this guy right here is on FBI tape. Now, Illinois is broke. It is so broke, it can't pay a lottery winner. This article is from... this article is from May 31st, 2017. May 31st of 2017. J.B. Pritzker. Why you say that? I don't know. Pritzker, okay? A billionaire businessman with political ambitions told Illinois Governor Rod Blagojevich he wasn't really interested in the U.S. Senate seat the governor was dealing in 2008. He is on tape saying, I'm not really interested. Instead, he offered his own ideal. So this guy here, a billionaire, was offered the Senate seat, and he said, Rob, no, I'm not really interested in that. But I'll tell you what I am interested in, okay? I would like you to make me Illinois treasurer? What? Oh, interesting. This is exactly what was said. Oh, interesting, Blagojevich said during a November 2008 phone call. Let's think about that. You're interested in that? Yeah. Pritzker answered, that's the one I want. That's the one I want. So this guy here, Rod Blagojevich, in 2008, he had the nerve to say, I want to be the state, I want to be the state treasurer. I want to be there to steal as much as I can. Those are my words, right? This guy is the Democrat candidate for Illinois, all right? Democrat candidate for Illinois, right there. There he is. Now, I'm just saying, if this guy becomes governor of Illinois, get ready, because you will. You're gonna have a $1.3 trillion, all right? And what's happening on all these spending bills is they're slipping in the bailouts that you do not see, all right? This state is broke, can't pay its bills. Cannot. It's not possible for this state to pay its bills. You will end up paying this state's bills. So when you say, why do you care about the governor of Illinois, the next governor? Why do you care about what's happening there? You will pay the bills in that state next. You will pay the bills in New Jersey. We brought you the story of the governor of New Jersey, what his plans are. You will pay the bills in Connecticut. And you will borrow the money to do it off your back from someone that will buy these bonds, however it works. I'm not that smart, but somebody will buy enough debt from us, maybe, to pay these bills off. This guy wanted to be treasurer. He asked the governor, Rod Blagojevich, at that time, that was selling to the highest bidder. This billionaire said, I don't want the Senate seat. I'll tell you what, I'll be treasurer. Well, you're interested in that? Yeah, I'd like to be treasurer. Make me treasurer. He wants to be the next governor of Illinois. And you know who stood on the podium with him the other day? Dick Durbin. Dick Durbin, the senator. That will work to get him. See, when he is getting in place, and I'll tell you why he's getting in place. This guy wants to be governor because he wanted to be treasurer. He wants to be governor because he knows the bailout has to come. And when the federal funds go through there, he wants to figure out how to steal them. So my prediction is you will bail out Illinois. My prediction is this guy may become governor. My prediction is he will once again be the next governor to go to prison in Illinois. Now, he is running against, all right, put up the picture I have of, well, wait a minute, my internet's not moving too fast here. I brought this story. You just can't tell this story without bringing up this guy here, Michael Madigan. All right, bring up Michael Madigan. All right, Illinois. You can't tell the story. And he has been, I'm going to say 22, 25 years. He has been close to a quarter of a century, close to the quarter of the century. He has been the majority speaker of the House of Illinois for a quarter of a century. That guy right there. One individual responsible for paying off unions, paying off all the labor unions, teachers, mayors, like in Chicago, that guy right there. Quarter century. Michael Madigan. 1997, he became the Speaker of the House of the state of Illinois. You have to tell that story. Now, you got the Republican. That is not a Republican. Is it Rayner or Rainier? How do I say that? I don't know. The current governor. He won, and he will be running against Pritzker, whatever his name is. Is that the guy there? Yeah, that's the current governor right there. He signed an Illinois bill that the argument is out there, is Illinois a sanctuary state? Well, I tell you what, this guy signed a bill with a mariachi band behind him. A mariachi band behind him, okay? He's so far away from Trump, all right? His bill that he signed is so far, he is so far away from the president. There's nowhere near the president in his campaign. Signed a bill with a mariachi band behind him, all right? And I want to read this, just this open to this, because there's an argument. He is now trying to backtrack and argue that Illinois is not a sanctuary state. But if you read the story, Illinois is officially a sanctuary state from the Chicago Tribune. Maybe they'll tell the truth or not. Give me just a second. Let's see if this comes up, because I would like to just get the first paragraph out of it. My concern with the whole thing with Illinois, and the reason I'm doing the story, is just this reason, because I know you, the American people, you're going to bail this place out. And the other guy wanted to be treasurer to steal the money. Now he wants to be governor, the billionaire, to steal the money. This is the governor they're left with. And I tell you what, my article is not coming up. I'm going to take a brief break, try to shut down and reopen my computer and see if I can get some things to go there. And then we want to talk about Puerto Rico and some other things that are happening. The bomb, we want to go into the, is it Wray, the head of the FBI, says he's absolutely not been pressured at all by the president. Oh, here it is. It popped up. Illinois, I got to say that for it's Illinois, all right? Illinois is officially a sanctuary state for immigrants. I thought it was going to play here. Let's take a break. We'll come right back. Let me see if I can get the computer to unfreeze, and we'll try this again. Take us to break a minute.
Hello, my name is Chad Watkins. I'm the manager at Larry's Body Shop. We are a family-owned and operated business and have been serving the North Georgia area since 1978. We are located at 1216 Progress Road in Ellijay, Georgia. Our shop specializes in collision repair, and we work with all major insurance companies. Larry's Body Shop is ICAR Gold, the highest role of training recognized by the collision repair industry. It is estimated that only 10% of collision shops meet these standards. Our shop consists of state-of-the-art equipment such as laser measurement system, down-drive spray booth, spot and MIG welding equipment. All of our paints are mixed on site so that we can guarantee your paint to match every time. I know that having an accident can be a stressful event. We take pride in making sure our customers are satisfied with the repair of their vehicles. Our waiting area is clean and comfortable with free Wi-Fi and refreshing beverages. So if you're in an accident, stop by and see us at Larry's Body Shop.
Circuit World, brand name merchandise at unbelievably low prices. Furniture, appliances, and electronics. Circuit World is locally owned and operated, serving the tri-state area. Circuit World has highly trained professionals to help. Visit your hometown Circuit World today. 3 locations in Georgia, Ellijay, Blue Ridge, and Blairsville, Franklin, and Murphy, North Carolina. No credit checks, so let Circuit World deliver to you today.
North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds. Come on in to view the area's largest selection of fine jewelry at North Georgia Diamond. All repairs and designs are done on site by our jewelers. And North Georgia Diamond has the lowest prices on loose diamonds. You can also sell your gold, silver, and coins at North Georgia Diamond between Walmart and Lowe's in East Ellijay. Locally owned by Bill and Allison Craig, North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds in North Georgia.
In 1981, Reed Nicholson began selling tires out of an old barn in Mineral Bluff. Little did he know that he had just laid the groundwork for the most trusted names in automotive services in the Blue Ridge area. In 1997, Nicholson Tire Center became what it is today, holding the same values of faith, family, and great customer service. 2 locations to serve you, and the Blue Ridge location is currently expanding to offer fast service and the largest U-Haul provider in Georgia. Nicholson Tire Center, Blue Ridge, and Mineral Bluff.
Medium Pizza Hut pizzas just $5.99 each.
Did they say Pizza Hut?
For $5.99?
Yes, and yes.
Yes. Introducing the deal you want on the pizza you crave. 2 medium pizzas just $5.99 each. No one out pizzas the hot.
I've had the time of my life. I never felt like this before. I swear it's the truth, and I owe it all to you. I'll tell you something. This could be love because I've had the time of my life.
The Tupelo Tea mission is to provide over 80 premium tea blends for tea lovers who are looking for ways to explore new flavors and blends. Come visit Tupelo Tea, located in beautiful downtown Blue Ridge at Sycamore Crossing. Be sure to sample our various varieties of honey and tea. Visit us on the web at tupelotea.com or call us at 706-946-TEAS. That's T-E-A-S. Tupelo Tea, located in beautiful downtown Blue Ridge.
Ace is your healthful place for paint and home goods, tools, outdoor living, and lawn equipment. But did you know Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge is a little bit more? We have hunting rifles and accessories for your next hunting trip. We have Amish furniture imported directly from Ohio. And we have Ace Custom Woodworks for all your custom wood project needs, from cabinets to artwork. Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge. We have your new house in stock.
Hi, I'm Rhonda the Mattress Lady, and this is my husband Gary, owners of Mattress Overstocked in Ellijay next to Walmart. And we want to earn your business. From the time you walk in our door to the time we deliver your new mattress to your door, you will see the difference. Our selection and prices are the best in North Georgia, and customer service is our top priority. So y'all come on in and let us help you find the right mattress at the right price. That's Mattress Overstocked in Ellijay next to Walmart.
It's just this simple. Nobody beats Days on price. If it's a Chevy, you'll pay less at Days Chevrolet in Jasper. Now save $4,000 off a new 2018 Chevy Malibu, or save up to $10,000 off a new 2018 Silverado Crew Cab. It doesn't matter which Chevy you choose. Nobody beats Days on price. $10,000 off Silverados and $4,000 off Malibus at Days Chevy in Jasper.
Better days ahead, Days Chevrolet.
Find new roads.
What you gonna do with all that junk?
And we're back. I'm your host, BKP. Good morning from the office, North Georgia's only live online morning show. I apologize for the computer freezing up on me this morning. Let me see if it will restore all the pages that I'm trying to look at. That being said, I don't have time to continue, but I did have a couple articles on that story on Illinois and the governor's race. But I did receive a text that highlights the general statement on a general statement concerning the Pritzker family, whatever their name is. Okay, it's one of the richest families in the world, and this guy JB or whatever his name is heir to the Hyatt chain, among others. The Hyatt chain. And the other guy there, Bruce Rayner, the opposition. The Illinois is officially a sanctuary state for immigrants, with a mariachi band performing behind the background. Governor Bruce Rayner signed the Trust Act. This is on Monday. I brought this up a couple weeks ago when it was going on. This was August of 28th, 2017. All right. And at a Mexican restaurant, he picked a Mexican restaurant in Chicago in a little village neighborhood, officially barring cooperation between Illinois police departments and immigration officials. The Trust Act, valid in all cases except where a federal judge has issued a warrant for arrest, will make Illinois more welcoming for immigrants and refugees, according to its supporters. All right. So I really just wanted to bring up, hey, you know what? If you feel bad in your state for any reason, Illinois, don't hesitate, okay? Take a look at Illinois. Now, I want to just play a little spot concerning Mark Zuckerberg, and where else did he run? CNN. He ran the CNN, okay? You only get their attention when you lose $6.6 billion in worth in a day. That's the only way you can get somebody's attention. Now, this Cambridge Analytics, do not be fooled. Let's say this. Your data is sold daily. Facebook will not stop selling your data. That's what they do. If you think Facebook exists, okay, so you could put your pictures of grandma's birthday party on there, you are badly mistaken, okay? That does not exist, so you can put the little video of Johnny pitching 10 years old off the mound. It does not exist for that. Do not think for 1 minute it exists so you can show your friends what your sandwich looks like at the restaurant this afternoon. Facebook does not exist so you can go live at a Tim McGraw concert and yell yeehaw from behind the phone. Facebook does not exist for you at all. Period. It does not. Now, they lead you to believe that Facebook was started by this nice young man that wanted to connect between, people in colleges. Okay? And then they said, well, wait a minute. Now we can go to this college and this college. And Facebook could be a college by college network where, a community. And then everybody can get on it. If you think for 1 minute, that the day of the conception of Facebook, that the smart guys in the room did not realize they were getting your data, you're sorely mistaken, okay? They have known since day one that they had your data. If these guys are smart enough to write code and create Facebook for you to put your little pictures, your Christmas pictures, your vacation pictures, and share them with the world. They've always known they've had your data. If you've ever sat there and said to yourself, how do these people make money? Okay? If you ever sit there and wonder to yourself, oh my God, they give me this for free. Remember the scam, before I get too far into Facebook, the scam that would go around. Remember, Amanda, you would get the messages, on this day, Facebook's going to start charging. You remember those? Right? Huh? Well, folks, there's a reason why you have a Facebook page and Mark Zuckerberg does not send you a bill. Because you have agreed to give him your data. And he, in turn, sells it. Okay? Just saying. I mean, there's a part of me, because Fetch Your News, we have 3 or 4 Facebook pages. I have a Facebook page. Okay? But it's a chuckle to think for a minute that you've gone on there and thought that the guys in the room never knew on day one they were not only connecting you with your friends, but you were giving them all the information about they would ever want, and they could sell it one day. So let's play. We went into this really nice little interview that was set up for Mark Zuckerberg by CNN to try to calm the investor waters and try to let you know that he plans everything he can to ensure your data is secure. Really? Let's play that. You got the starting point where I want it?
We secure the data that they're sharing. If you told me in 2004, when I was getting started with Facebook, that a big part of my responsibility today would be to help protect the integrity of elections against interference by other governments, you know, I wouldn't have really believed that was going to be something that I would have to work on 14 years later.
I'm going to challenge you.
But we're here now.
I'm going to challenge you.
And we're going to make sure that we do a good job at it.
Have you done a good enough job yet?
Well, I think we will see. But, you know, I think what's clear is that in 2016, we were not as on top of a number of issues as we should have. Whether
50 million users?
Well, it's hard to know what we'll find, but we're going to review thousands of apps. So this is going to be an intensive process, but this is important. I mean, this is something that, in retrospect, we clearly should have done upfront with Cambridge Analytica. We should not have trusted the certification that they gave us, and we're not going to make that mistake again. I mean, this is our responsibility to our community, is to make sure that we secure the data that they're sharing. If you told me in 2004, when I was getting started with Facebook, that a big part of my responsibility today would be to help protect the integrity of elections against interference by other governments, you know, I wouldn't have really believed that was going to be something that I would have to work on 14 years later.
I'm going to challenge you.
But we're here now.
I'm going to challenge you.
And we're going to make sure that we do a good job at it.
Have you done a good enough job yet?
Well, I think we will see. But, you know, I think what's clear is that in 2016, we were not as on top of a number of issues as we should have, whether it was Russian interference or fake news. But what we have seen since then is, you know, a number of months later, there was a major French election, and there we deployed some AI tools that did a much better job of identifying Russian bots and basically Russian potential interference and weeding that out of the platform ahead of the election. And we were much happier with how that went. In 2017, last year, during the special election in the Senate seat in Alabama, we deployed some new AI tools that we built to detect fake accounts that were trying to spread false news. And we found a lot of different accounts coming from Macedonia. So, you know, I think the reality here is that this isn't rocket science, right? I mean, there's a lot of hard work that we need to do to make it harder for nation states like Russia to do election interference, to make it so that trolls and other folks can't spread fake news. But we can get in front of this. And we have a responsibility to do this not only for the 2018 midterms in the US, which are going to be a huge deal this year, and that's just a huge focus of us, but there's a big election in India this year, there's a big election in Brazil, there are big elections around the world, and you can bet that we are really committed to doing everything that we need to make sure that the integrity of those elections on Facebook is secured.
I can hear the commitment, but since I got you here, do you think that bad actors are using Facebook at this moment to meddle with the U.S. midterm elections?
I'm sure someone's trying, right? And I'm sure that there's, V2 of version 2 of whatever the Russian effort was in 2016. I'm sure they're working on that, and there are going to be some new tactics that we need to make sure that we observe and get in front of.
Do you know speaking of getting in front of them, do you know what they are? Do you have any idea?
I mean, yes, and I think we have some sense of the different things that we need to get in front of.
Are you specifically seeing bad actors try to meddle with the U.S. election now?
I'm not 100% sure what that means, because I mean, it's not. I think that the candidates aren't all.
Are you seeing anything new or interesting?
What we see are a lot of folks trying to sow division, right? So that was a major tactic that we saw Russia try to use in the 2016 election. Actually, most of what they did was not directly, as far as we can tell from the data that we've seen, was not directly about the election, but was more about just dividing people. And so they'd run a group on, for pro-immigration reform, and then they'd run another group against immigration reform and just try to pit people against each other. And a lot of this was done with fake accounts that we can do a better job of tracing and using AI tools to be able to scan and observe a lot of what is going on. And I'm confident that we're going to do a much better job.
Lawmakers in the United States and the UK are asking you to testify. Everybody wants you to show up. Will you testify before Congress?
So the short answer is I'm happy to if it's the right thing to do. Facebook testifies in Congress regularly on a number of topics, some high profile and some not. And our objective is always to provide Congress with this extremely important job to have the most information that they can. Right? We see a
Okay, that's enough of that. We played a lot of it, and I wanted to put it up there for a reason, because we're getting ready to play right after our commercial. We're getting ready to play a clip from former Homeland Security Jay Johnson and the current Homeland Security Kirstjen Nielsen, where both are asked if they could find one vote that was changed by Russian hacking or meddling in our election. We're going to play that because that's being left out. Now, I want to end this for a reason. I wanted to bring this up for a reason because CNN they want to find the bad actors, okay? And, and they want to come up with, President Trump said, congratulations to Vladimir Putin, that is actually, the bad actor, okay? Can we get in front of this? We deployed new AI tools to combat fake news during the Alabama to combat fake news, the Alabama Senate race. Russian bots, 2016, we weren't quite on top of our game, okay? If you would have told me, there's so many lies in that interview. If you'd have told me in 2008 when we created Facebook that I would not realize, or Facebook would be a part of elections in the way that we are, whatever his quote was. Folks, they knew from day one they were collecting your data. They knew that from day one. Now, Zuckerberg could fix this tomorrow. He could fix this tomorrow. Facebook could change everything about itself, retool, not allow any political ads, none whatsoever. Not a single political ad. Just put a stop to it. Absolutely none. Okay? Stop it right now. They could Limit Facebook right now to grandma and grandpa pictures and nothing else. But let me tell you something. They can lie all they want. They need the money from Cambridge Analytica. And they are sitting there waiting for the next DNC chair of some state to call and find out how to get certain data for Facebook, okay? You go there, just me, and you can go to Facebook and they have a whole list of who do you want to reach. Where do you want to reach them? And you could send that information in and they will send you back information or a way that you can contact them for more data. Don't believe that lie for a minute. All right, we're going to take a quick break because I want to get this video queued up, and then Amanda's going to come in, but I want to get this video queued up that they will not play. They have not played this anywhere this morning that I've watched on the news, and I still want to talk about Puerto Rico today. By the way, okay, I gave you two.
North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds. Come on in to view the area's largest selection of fine jewelry at North Georgia Diamond. All repairs and designs are done on site by our jewelers. And North Georgia Diamond has the lowest prices on loose diamonds. You can also sell your gold, silver, and coins at North Georgia Diamond between Walmart and Lowe's in East Ellijay. Locally owned by Bill and Allison Craig, North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds in North Georgia.
In 1981, Reed Nicholson began selling tires out of an old barn in Mineral Bluff. Little did he know that he had just laid the groundwork for the most trusted names in automotive services in the Blue Ridge area. In 1997, Nicholson Tire Center became what it is today, holding the same values of faith, family, and great customer service. 2 locations to serve you, and the Blue Ridge location is currently expanding to offer fast service and the largest U-Haul provider in Georgia. Nicholson Tire Center, Blue Ridge, and Mineral Bluff.
Medium Pizza Hut pizzas just $5.99 each.
Did they say Pizza Hut?
For $5.99?
Yes, and yes.
Yes. Introducing the deal you want on the pizza you crave. 2 medium pizzas just $5.99 each. No one out pizzas the hut.
I was trying to find the cut and the spot. I lost my spot in there. Yesterday, the Senate Intel Committee hearings on election security, okay, by Secretary Kirsten Nielsen, and also Jay Johnson was there also, former, okay, Homeland Security, head of Homeland Security. And when asked if one vote, if they could find one vote changed, one vote by any Russian interference into our elections, both answered no, they could not. They could not find, they could not report where an actual vote had been changed due to the Russian, okay, investigation. Now, moving right along here, it's 9:30. Let's do this first, okay? FBI played it by the book, all right? In an interview, FBI Director Wray says that they played it by the book. Politics did not enter in. So Andrew McCabe, for all the hype, okay, of what Jeff Sessions did, I would like to ask people to take the time and look at how things work, all right? And the facts are the FBI made the recommendation that he had violated the rules. And Wray will say, okay, he will tell you, FBI director will tell you that he cannot change these rules for any member of the FBI. If they would have moved forward, no matter what you hear in the media about McCabe and memos, no matter what you hear in the memo about 20-year civil servant, no matter what you hear, the reality is, if Friday would have come and gone, then the acting director of the FBI would never be able to stand up to any field agent or anyone else ever in the FBI and say, if you break these rules, you're out of here. He could not let the whole entire integrity of the FBI, if the FBI wanted to save any integrity at all, if they wanted to say we're trying to turn around the perception of the FBI, they could not have went past Friday and left Andrew McCabe in his job to retire. Could not have. You got to understand, McCabe was asked to clean up. Now, whether you like Wray or not, you hear all the rhetoric and the hype from all the TV shows, CNN, everyone out there, MSNBC, Chuck Todd, all right, Joe Scarborough, Minka, all right, every one of them. What a crisis this is. But not a one of them talk about the day McCabe got caught, Wray sent him home. Just don't come back. We're going to get your stuff together, go home, all right? That is not reported in the media. The other thing that's not reported in the media, as well as it should be, that the FBI knew that if Friday came and went, and McCabe had just went home and watched TV and ate Cheetos, okay, watching Jerry Springer, and, you know, he's still going to he's got $11 million. He's got plenty of money. The money's not the issue. The money's not the issue on whether he got his pension. The money's not the issue on whether he's got enough to pay the rent next month and keep his cable subscription on. All right, and keep getting his magazines. That's not the issue. Nothing is the issue at all other than Wray, the director of the FBI, sending out word that we have to do this, or I can never look at another agent again and say, you have to follow those rules. We have a zero tolerance. So all the media wants to lead you to believe is that the president picks up the phone and just pressures these guys on everything. And now they want to tell you they got proof that Wray would resign and said he would walk. Look, the truth they have is Wray told the president he's going to play everything by the book, period. That's all they have. Let's play. Do you have that video? Do you have the one I'm talking about? Yeah.
Williams, do you feel any political pressure from the White House?
No.
President's never asked you to say anything about it or clear him?
About the Russia investigation?
Yes.
He's never asked me to do anything with the Russia investigation.
It's been reported that you threatened to resign over being urged to fire people. Is that correct?
You know, I have been very clear from the minute I was nominated to the minute I walked in the door to countless opportunities since then that I am unwaveringly committed to doing this job by the book, independently, following our rules and our processes free from political or partisan influence.
So it sounds like you're saying those reports are not wrong.
I'm not going to talk about specific conversations.
You can see more of our exclusive interview with the FBI director tomorrow morning on Today. Hey, NBC News fans.
Go ahead.
NBC.
Okay, remember back when it was reported Ray said he would resign. That was the big thing, right? No. He didn't call the president of the United States. He said, nope, didn't happen. Have you ever been pressured by a president? No. On the Russia thing? No, hasn't happened. Okay? We heard that you were threatening to resign if he asked you to fire certain people. No, what you're hearing is, what you're doing is you're following up on what you think you know. These are my words. I only told the president I would play this by the book. That's what they did Friday night, folks. They played it by the book, and they don't want to talk about it. Ray sent the proper recommendation to terminate to the Justice Department. Don't forget that, okay? It's not about the money. It's about this guy may be trying to turn and save what dignity the FBI has around, and also say to every agent out there, I was not letting this day pass. Because you see, they never talk about this on Morning Joe, but there's a whole lot of FBI agents all over the United States that are were sitting out there wondering if Friday was going to come and go. Trust me. Amanda, good morning. How are you? Do you have something this morning?
I do. I have, I got another 60 minutes interview, or 60 second, whatever it is.
60 minutes? My God, come on, get with it. That show's only been on for 30 years.
I know. I'm sorry. But, okay, guess who's back on and stronger than ever?
Not Stormy.
No. Gosh.
That airs Sunday night. Stormy Daniels. Go ahead. Who
not
do you have?
Stormy. Okay, so David Hogg and the Mickey Mouse Club are making their appearance again. And I want to play this from 60 Minutes.
We aren't pushing a liberal or conservative agenda here. We're pushing an agenda to save lives in the future of America. Those people can get out and help by voting, making sure that they're registered to vote, their friends, their cousins, and everybody else that they've ever met is registered to vote and actually votes. And this cannot be the one election where we vote. Every single election has to vote. As I said earlier, the seeds of corruption are constantly sprouting, but it's our jobs as American citizens to ensure that we place a check on that by voting and making our voices heard, because these lobbyist groups like the NRA, they can buy our politicians, but they can't buy our voices as American citizens. And we need to realize that, because when we don't have a democracy. We have a dictatorship. And
wait a minute. Would that not be so?
So I don't think that this kid actually realized that we are not a democracy. We are actually a republic. So this...
I understand, but it's really funny when I hear you say it, because...
what are they doing with these kids?
Well, you know, that is... I tell you what they're doing. They test these words, okay? They really do. And I need to just say this, okay? They test these words. And I will say this, they do not, Republic doesn't test well. Right. No, I'm serious. Democracy does. Now, when our democracy is under attack, a constitutional crisis, our democracy is in crisis, that plays, and these kids, that's what they're told. And I will tell you this. So March for Our Lives, right? Mm-hmm. March for Our Lives is when? This weekend?
This weekend is the following March. Yeah, on Saturday.
And are you going?
No.
Just checking. I didn't know if you were going or not. Okay.
God, no.
All right. So David Hogue, is that a 60? Is he going to be on 60 Minutes this weekend?
He is, and in that interview, the kids, in the Mickey Mouse circle, the Mickey Mouse reading circle, were comparing Capitol Hill to House of Cards.
Okay.
Which is just these kids. It's like, I don't even think they're giving them scripts anymore. I think they're just saying, "Hey, have fun. Here's a camera."
Have fun. Here's a camera. Okay.
You don't even know what our branches of government are, and they're talking about how they're comparing our president to Kevin Spacey, which is a really scary thought. But
all right, let me say this though. Okay, I will say this: we have not heard anything today on the news concerning, and they will not talk about it. We have not heard anything on the news concerning Maryland and St. Mary's County. We will not, right?
Yeah, isn't that strange?
No, and we will not hear anything on the news. We've not heard anything on the news, okay?
You know why?
Why?
Because it was handled properly.
Well, and also the kid's 17 years old, right? And he had a handgun.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously, my biggest thing out of that, Amanda, is what are we being sold? NRA bad? And 2, background checks? And 3, this is supposed to make the schools and the children safer in this country. What is the big one? See, if he would have had, even if he would have wounded the 2 kids, and I don't know how they are today. I hope they're
I think they're in stable condition in the last article I read.
But if he would have wounded or killed, children with an AR-15, that would have bumped up more of an interest to do the story. Okay?
Oh yes.
All right. And what did Dana say? What's her name with the NRA?
Dana Lausch.
I wish we would have pulled that video. Remember at CPAC where she said the media, and she pointed to the back and said something like, not quote, but you guys love a mass murder?
Yes.
Right?
The media loves mass shootings.
Right. They love mass shootings, right?
Mm-hmm.
This wasn't a mass shooting. No AR-15. You can't call this Glock that the kid had a weapon of war. I mean, none of the narrative fit here. You can't use weapon of war, semi-automatic. You can't use how did this kid get a hold of this if it was 21. Nothing fit. So the 2 kids that are wounded in the hospital, hopefully they're still alive. CNN could care less how they were, that they were shot.
Right.
Just kills the whole narrative. Nothing at all brought up there, right?
Right.
So,
and they don't want to touch real heroes either.
No.
Period.
No, because the resource officer pulled his weapon, did his job, and everything, I said the other day, everything about the system in Florida failed. Everything about the system failed. Not the gun, not the NRA. The system, the entire system in Florida failed, from the sheriff, resource officer, from FBI, mental health, school counselors, every single thing, the long list failed, right?
Sure did.
This kid comes into school with a handgun, supposed to be 21, pulls it. I think, what was this, a girlfriend, maybe an ex-girlfriend?
Yeah,
his new boyfriend,
like
whatever, but it doesn't matter what the situation is. And he gets off a couple shots at these kids, and he's taken out, and it fits none of the narrative. Sadly to say, if CNN or one of them, if they were sitting there, they actually have news boards, and they're going to get mad and like, 2 kids injured, gun. I don't know. Satellite trucks cost a lot of money, and somebody standing on the sidewalk, right?
Yeah, but they'll donate millions to another pointless cause to fit their agenda, in other words.
To fit their agenda. All right, anything else?
No, that's all I got.
All right, well,
so that's it from the Mickey Mouse Club today.
That's it from the Mickey Mouse Club. All right. I want to get to Puerto Rico, but I don't want to do it, all right? Oh, yeah. The Clinton Global Initiative. Oh, gosh, I missed that. I have that article here, and I forgot to bring it up. Venture capitalist and entrepreneur J.B. Pritzker, emerged from the packed field of 6 candidates to win the Democrat primary. He was a speaker at the Clinton Global Initiative, okay? All right? I'm going to tell you, $70 million on his own race. Whew. And you're going to bail out Illinois. Neuert, is that her name, Neuert?
Yes.
All right, she's asked to apologize for America yesterday. Listen to her. She doesn't get enough airtime. She is on the way up chart. I forget her new title now that Rex, the dinosaur Tillerson, is gone. Neuert is got a new title there and was asked yesterday to apologize to the whole world for us invading Iraq. Listen to her take this person on, okay?
We're going to have to wrap it up shortly. Pardon me? Hi.
Earlier in your discussion with Matt about the U.S. doesn't dictate to other countries. It's the 15th anniversary of the Iraq War. And
I don't think that I said to Matt that we don't dictate to other countries.
It might have been him. I wasn't sure.
I think Matt said that.
It's hard to tell.
I was quoting these
these
White House spokesman.
Should the U.S. apologize for regime change operations, for meddling in elections in multiple countries through many means over the years?
That is a big question. You're asking me about the entire history of the United States. Should we apologize? That's the question?
Well, let's
should we
start with the
apologize
Iraq
for
War.
our government all
Should-
around the world?
No.
I think that the United States government
are you
does
asking
far
me to
more
clarify?
good than we ever do bad. And certain people in the United States and in other countries have a look or have the perspective that America does more harm than good. I'm the kind of American that looks at it from the other way around. We do far more good.
Most Americans are opposed to the Iraq War. Should the U.S. government apologize for things that were put out by that podium, people who are in this administration, who fabricated information to start the Iraq War?
Look, I get what you're getting at. You want to be snarky and take a look back.
No,
No, hold on.
I
Take
want
a
to get real.
Okay, and take a look back
I want to get
at the
real.
past 15 years. And Iraq is certainly a country that has been through a lot. I've been to Iraq. Many of you have been to Iraq in covering what has taken place there. Okay,
I'm being anything but snarky.
Let me finish. Okay, they've faced a lot of challenges. Right now, the most significant challenge there is ISIS, and the United States remains there at the invitation of the Iraqi government.
You're trying to be snarky. Amanda, are you trying to be snarky?
No, I'm not going to try to be snarky. She cut him off.
Yeah, she held her own, didn't she? He wants her to apologize to the world on behalf of all of us. They think Obama is still president. You see, if Obama's staff would have been in there yesterday, they would have done the apology in advance. They would have opened with a statement of apology to the world for us sorry Americans, right? I'm just telling you. Okay, if Mitch McConnell allows Susan Collins to a bailout vote, he sells senators trust down the river, okay? Susan Collins, all right, and what's his name? Lamar Alexander. Enter Collins, who, along with Lamar Alexander, has been pushing for a bailout for Obamacare insurers for months now. Collins claims she has commitment from McConnell to support an insurer stability package. Alexander said he would demand a vote asking for senators to be accountable for their position on the issue because he thinks bailing out Obamacare would lower premiums for 2019. All right? I'm telling you right now, they want to. Here's Lamar Alexander from Tennessee, Susan Collins from Maine. They want to bail out Obamacare. Is there money? I started the show with this for sanctuary cities in this today. Is there money for sanctuary cities? Is there money for Planned Parenthood? Is there money to bail out Obamacare? The list goes on. $1.3 trillion. All right, now, Puerto Rico was devastated, okay? Puerto Rico was devastated by a hurricane. Puerto Rico, all right? Puerto Rico, I was just looking at a new article here. Puerto Rico is a territory, a U.S. territory. They are not a state. We don't have time to go into what that gives them as far as statehood gives them versus being a U.S. territory. But they are a U.S. territory. Puerto Ricans are citizens, okay? If you're from Puerto Rico, you are a citizen of the United States, and so on and so forth, devastated. How many news cycles have told you that Steve Mnuchin, all right, says he'll hand deliver loan documents to Puerto Rico today? Secretary Treasurer Steve Mnuchin said he aims to wrap up negotiations Thursday on a multi-billion-dollar loan to Puerto Rico's government that the territory leaders, all right, have complained is long overdue after Hurricane Myra ravaged the island in September. Mnuchin will hand deliver documents related to the loan in his first business visit to the territory as a public official, he said. I'm meeting with them in case there are final issues that we need to negotiate. We are prepared to do that, he said Wednesday in an interview with Bloomberg News. I want to make sure that we fulfill the mandate from Congress to make sure that the loan facilities are in place, okay? Puerto Rico's lenders, now listen to me, Puerto Rico's lenders have complained that Mnuchin's department has slowed loans the territory needs to rebuild following the storm. Okay? Following the storm, which devastated the island. A $4.9 billion loan package, okay, that Congress passed in October. It's a loan. Treasury this year pledged it would make about $2 billion available to the territory. Now, the only reason I bring this up, okay, is how are we loaning somebody, even a territory, that is broke, bankrupt, all right? The only reason I bring this up, because something has to happen, folks, because you and I, right now, if you have the credit, and I know what you're going to say, well, it's an emergency, and there's people down there, and they're citizens, and they don't have food, and they don't have water, and they don't have electricity. You could not get a loan, okay? Period. You could not get a loan. We watched the San Juan mayor go crazy over Trump, trying to make Puerto Rico create Trump's Katrina. We cannot loan them money until we take over everything and start again in Puerto Rico. The U.S. House passed Puerto Rican debt relief bill, okay? This was in 2016. Following months of internal wrangling, the U.S. House of Representatives on Thursday passed legislation creating a federal control board to help Puerto Rico cope with crippling debt that is wreaking havoc throughout the island's economy. Right? They couldn't make their debt payments then. Right? Remember, Paul Ryan came out and told us, Speaker Ryan came out and said they were going to put this council together, this debt council. All right? And as silly as it sounds, it's almost equal. Puerto Rico does not enjoy Chapter 9 bankruptcy protection. All right? It can't do that. Some lawmakers feel that allowing Puerto Rico to restructure its $70 billion debt. Now, this is before a hurricane. And you're taking money down there. You're taking billions now down there. 70 billion debt in a way that changes the seniority of the creditors, for instance, making them all equal or subordinate to pensioners, would set a bad precedent for other U.S. states with debt problems. That's why. I know some people say, well, why do you talk about Puerto Rico? Because there was supposed to be, if you go and read, there was supposed to be like this credit counseling board set up. Paul Ryan said, here's what we're going to do. We're going to take their debt in Puerto Rico. This is pre-hurricane, right? We're going to put a debt council together. I swear to God, this is how this sounds, and this is true. You know, you're watching TV and they say, well, you know, are you in this debt and this debt and this debt? It's called debt credit counseling today, and we can get you to lower your payments today or something. That's how silly this sounds, but it's true. Because they didn't want to restructure. They were afraid of how to restructure the $70 billion. Why? Because you have New Jersey, you have Illinois, you have California, you have Connecticut. Folks, you are broke. I'm amazed that somebody like Steve Mnuchin could go to Puerto Rico with loan paperwork in the billions of dollars that you have to borrow to loan to Puerto Rico. It's not working down there. This is before they lost electricity. This is before they lost water. It's not working. I just am telling you now, if Mnuchin is on his way down there with the beginning of $2 billion and the loan paperwork, folks, you know, we should have took over Puerto Rico. Now, wait a minute. What does that mean? Okay. So are you advocating taking over a state? Something's going to happen, folks. White House. This happened on 8/31/16. This is Obama. White House set up Puerto Rican oversight. Puerto Rico oversight, okay? President Obama has named the 7 officials that will run an outside control board to help repair Puerto Rico's troubled finances. The White House has announced the appointment Wednesday, saying the group had a broad range of skills and expertise needed to tackle Puerto Rico's complex challenges, okay? On there is Paul Ryan and Mitch McConnell. In the statement Jack Lew put out, I encourage the board to begin its work helping the people of Puerto Rico right away, he said. Folks, I'm telling you, the White House also noted that a majority of the board's members are Puerto Rican. Really? I don't know why I'm ending with that, folks. I'm just telling you, we can't solve, and I guess this is where I'm coming from, we cannot solve a $70 billion crisis in Puerto Rico. Can't do it. Mitch McConnell and Paul Ryan cannot handle a $70 billion crisis in Puerto Rico. They have a crisis coming in Illinois. They have a storm coming in New Jersey. They have a storm coming in Connecticut, Massachusetts. There's a storm in this country. They couldn't handle Puerto Rico. But we're going to turn our backs and cheer at a $1.3 trillion spending bill that no one really truly can look at you and say, I know what's in it. And then have the nerve to say, vote for me. That's where we're at. I'm your host, BKP. Tomorrow morning we will be at, I almost said Sycamore Crossing because it's getting close. The first week of May, right? Yeah. First week of May, but we're going to be at Circuit World. We're going to be at Circuit World in Blue Ridge tomorrow morning. Do me a favor. there's two pictures. Put up Smoking Joe and Trump one more time. We got to leave with that. Fine. Yeah, here we go. Trump and Smoking Joe ready to throw down. I'm your host, BKP. We will be at Circuit World tomorrow. Take us out of here, Amanda.